Hi, reading families. This is Mrs. DePerto. Today I'm sharing this video on behalf of Miss Ellis and myself. We want to welcome you into our virtual classroom. And today I'd like to take the opportunity to explore Achieve3000, which is the new app reading we'll be using on behalf of Pasco County School Districts. Here's where you'll complete the majority of your assignments. And so today I'll show you how to navigate the software and then click on the tabs that your assignments will entail. So if you'll join me over, we're going to go to your dashboard. And then on your dashboard, you'll notice that Achieve3000 tab is there. Now, you've probably already hit the Achieve3000 tab because you needed to do this to complete your level set. And so if you select the Achieve3000 tab and you're not seeing the screen I'm showing you, it means you still have to complete your initial reading test to have access to the program. Take your time because that will tailor the articles that you read based on your performance. So everything should be at a comfortable level. Once you click on Achieve3000, your screen might feature different articles than mine. We want to make sure that the article you select is one of the 5 articles that will be graded for this week. And so if you're not sure or you don't see perhaps the article that you had for your assignments in your virtual classroom, you can always click the search feature and type in the article's name, and then that will bring it to the front of the screen. For today, I'm just going to click on an article and explore that. This is Soldier in the Wild, and is part of the 5-step routine. And so I say 5-step routine, but right away, you probably notice that there are more than 5 tabs up here. It's called a 5-step routine because these first 5 tabs, you can see they're a different shade, aren't they? Those could be anything that's graded for that particular week. You always want to make sure you're doing every single step of the 5-step routine. That doesn't mean that these tabs aren't as important, and I'll get to that a little bit later because they actually are very important. The before reading poll is step 1. Before you read an article, the author would like to ask your opinion on a statement. So this before reading poll is going to ask if you agree or disagree that all soldiers are heroes. Well, personally, I think that I would disagree because perhaps somebody's behavior may not be that entails a hero. And so I'm going to write in 3 sentences in the box what I believe. I believe not all soldiers are heroes because there might be circumstances in which a soldier makes a poor choice and their choice negatively impacts another. I know that most soldiers are heroes. I'd like to find out more. 3 sentences. You'll notice right away that I have some spelling issues, so I'm going to go back and fix them before I submit because this could be graded for vocabulary or punctuation. I believe not all soldiers are heroes. Oh, look at that. I forgot to put the E in there. That's okay. Then I click submit once I'm confident I did my very best. Step 1 is done. That's sent directly over to your teachers. They'll have the timestamp of what you wrote, and then they're able to grade that. Step 2 is the article. Once you click on this article, it's a comfortable level for you based on that level set test. Great text features available for you. You'll have a graphic on the side that you can enlarge. You will have captions. You'll probably notice right away that there's vocabulary words. And what's great about these is you can hit play, stop, and have them pronounced for you. They're also located in here. So you see loyalty is here, and it's also located at the side. At the bottom, some will have media that you can play to help make connections or deepen your understanding. There's also highlight features, which are great. Perhaps the thing that's graded this week is to highlight in aqua your text features that you notice. So, you would go through and highlight those. And if you made a mistake, you could always remove the highlighting. Now, these boxes with the arrows, you have 3 choices for reading connections based on the assignment. Once you click on that box, it'll enlarge and you have a space to type either your summary, a question that you have, or to set a purpose for reading. Make sure you're clicking save when you're finished writing, otherwise your teachers won't see what's in this box. Then you can have voice recognition too if you'd rather speak your answers. Then once you go to the bottom, you can either click here for step 3 activity, or you can click the third tab, activity. This is something that you definitely want to take your time with after you've thoroughly read the article. Each article has 8 questions. Your first attempt is the score that counts. I'm about to model you a non-example of what you should not do on the computer when you're taking your activities. I'm only doing this for the sake of getting through this tutorial quickly. I'm going to randomly click answers. Here's my first choice. I click submit. Amazingly, I scored correct. That is probably not going to happen anymore today. Then I'll click the next question. And I got it incorrect, which means right away my score is down to an 88% total. I do get a second attempt, but it does not factor into my gradebook score. It'll tell me what the correct answer is if I did not get it correct on my second attempt. I'm going to continue to go through. Now, what if you were struggling as much as I was now? You can always refer back to the article and reread that before you finish your activity. Hey, you can even leave it open and do the read again while you're going through to the text. Do not click right here to answer the questions though. You want to make sure that you've done a thorough read first, because it is timing how much time you've spent on tab 2. And if you never stayed on tab 2, there's no time. My next question, and I'm just going to rush through right now so I can get to the last screen that shows you how your score is calculated. Again, you do not want to do this. There are no retakes on activities. So you get what you get. You don't throw a fit. It'll warn your teachers the amount of time that you took to make sure that your teachers are aware that you took X number of minutes. Then you can view the results. So it'll show me what my score is that I earned, 38%. You want to earn a 75% minimum on your first attempt. And then hopefully your second attempt will always be higher. The first attempt is the one that will go in the grade book. And so be sure to take your time and read thoroughly. Step number 4 is the after reading poll. Before you read, you had an opinion. Then after you read, you probably have an opinion. Hey, maybe it even changed. They'll give you the same quote and see how you feel now. Well, perhaps now my opinion changed. Maybe I agree. 3 sentences, quality academic language, punctuation and spelling, then you'll click submit. Step 4 is finished. Finally, step 5, the thought question. Now you're going to practice your writing skills. You're going to compose a paragraph that answers the prompt and uses text evidence. This is asking why this particular soldier stayed hidden in Guam until 1972. They would like me to use facts and details from the article in my answer. So I'm going to refer back to the article. You are more than welcome to highlight and copy and paste sentences that are text evidence for your answer. Remember, they must go in parentheses if you're quoting the text directly. Now, I don't want to see 3 sentences of just quotes. Why? That's not your answer. That's just your text evidence supporting your answer. So feel free to copy and paste, but the majority of the writing here in your paragraph should be your words. I would highly recommend you don't finish later, that you just click submit when you're finished. You don't want to answer that you drafted to stay here ungraded. Once you click submit, it has been sent to your teacher. Now let's talk about those other tabs that I mentioned aren't going to be part of your 5-step routine. Now, sometimes there's 4, sometimes there's 3. And so for today, the math is included, but you may not see math included very often. The poll results will show you how other students voted in comparison to what you said. I disagreed and then I agreed. Most people agreed and then did not change their answer. Only 14% changed their answer. Then we go to the math feature. Math is going to have you practice based on the evidence from the article to reinforce your learning in your other class. And then again, you get 2 attempts on the math question. You can always refer back to the article. Oops. Now, parents, speaking of the article, you'll notice this printer feature has been at the top right for many of the steps. That means if your child would prefer to read off of paper, you can grant them accommodation at home by printing the articles and then having them annotate the text there. Just make sure that when it's time to perform the reading strategy on the article, that they're typing their answers in here. Stretch article. This is the grade level version of the same article you just read. I'm going to scroll down. I want you to think about what's different on the grade level version of this screen versus the article that we were just exposed to. You probably see the difference right away, don't you? It is amazing practice for you to click on the stretch article and stretch your reading practice with a grade level standard, with grade level text, because we know that our goal is to catch up to grade level, right? It wouldn't be beneficial if you're spending all of your time reading at your independent, comfortable level. Stretch yourself, make things a little bit more challenging from time to time. And you'll probably find too that the article isn't as difficult as you thought now that you have the background knowledge from your independent level. You want to go even further? Click on the stretch activity. Now take 8 multiple choice questions based on the grade level article you just read and see how you would compare if perhaps this was your FSA at the end of the year. I'd be curious to see how close you score. I know very many of you are capable of doing well. So this is in a nutshell the 5-step routine, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, with some other features as well for you. And so we want to make sure that when you're going in to complete your assigned article, you're completing each of those 5 steps each time. It's your choice if you want to do 2 articles a day, 3 articles a day, take a day off, and maybe you want to do 1 each day and include that as part of your routine. In our course on Canvas, you will also see, though, that there's a spreadsheet that you can print up, or a daily task sheet where you can check off your tasks for the week to keep track of the assignments that you've done and make sure that you're on track for finishing our course by the end of the year. We are so excited for you to explore Achieve 3000. Miss Alice and I cannot wait to read all of your thorough responses, and we're just very excited for you and your virtual learning experience in general. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to either one of us, since we're both your teachers now, and we look forward to talking to you guys soon. Have a great day.